As a course participant, you certainly had to fill in many evaluation forms. Most of us do it routinely without caring too much whether our feedback will have any impact. That's one of the reasons why many people are not amused when asked to do an evaluation. In conventional teaching, we get a lot of feedback subconsciously from the learners about their progress and their difficulties. Consequently, a conventional teacher has a pretty comprehensive picture of the needs of his class. When students learn online individually, at home or in a computer lab, it's much more difficult to get this feedback, and teaching seems like flying blindly. When introducing blended learning, you rely on systematically collected feedback of the participants. Evaluation here is simply a necessity. After having watched this video, you can design an evaluation plan. You can list different aspects of a course to evaluate. You can construct a questionnaire, and you can collect and analyze data. Before investing any energy into an evaluation, we should ask, evaluation, what for? Teachers see evaluators often as a finger-wagging representative of the authorities. Somebody is keeping an eye on them and trying to detect shortcomings. In many institutions, evaluation is a habit which is thoughtlessly followed. Evaluation reports disappear in drawers without having any impact. I would like to convince you how helpful evaluation is for e-learning courses. If you design and run a blended learning course the first time, evaluation will provide you with precious information. Running online courses without evaluating them feels like driving in a foreign country without a navigation tool. Evaluation results will tell you what learners really use, what kind of learning difficulties they encounter, what they miss, and what they appreciate in their learning environment. Thanks to such feedback, you can improve on your course. In a classroom, you get such feedback directly from the class. In a virtual environment, you are much more dependent on evaluation. A course can be seen as part of a system. Evaluation may ask whether the course goals are really geared towards the needs of the target group. We ask for the pertinence. You can ask whether the course with its activities really matches the goals. You're talking about coherence. Often you want to make sure that the outcome of the course is in good proportion to the invested time and effort. Efficiency. Or you want to test whether the course outcomes meet the goals. Effectiveness. Finally, you want to answer the most difficult question, whether the course with its goals will lead to a change of behavior in the long term or in a wider context. You can pick up accidentally some clues that can give an indication of the quality of the course. This source of information is tapped unsystematically, but can be highly revealing. According to my experience, learning protocols written by some of the participants are real eye-openers. A disadvantage of such unsystematically collected indications is that many issues remain unaddressed. A more formal method of evaluation are structured interviews. The interviewer asks each respondent the same series of questions. The questions are created prior to the interview and often have a limited set of response categories. Consequently, there is generally little room for variation in responses, and there are few open-ended questions included in the interview guide. In this standardized method, the interviewer plays a neutral role. Its advantage? It can be conducted efficiently by interviewers trained only to follow the instructions on the interview guide. Disadvantage: the interviewee is a bit limited as to what answers he can give. The most popular tool, of course, is the questionnaire. The advantage of questionnaires are obvious. Practical. Large amount of information can be collected from a large number of people in a short period of time. It can be carried out by the researcher or by any number of people with limited effect to its validity and reliability. The results of the questionnaires can usually be quickly and easily quantified and analyzed. There are, however, also disadvantages of this approach. It is argued to be inadequate to understand some forms of information, such as emotions, feelings, and so on. It is asking only a limited amount of information and leaves little room for unexpected answers. There is no way to tell how truthfully or carefully a respondent was answering. The respondent may be forgetful and not thinking within the whole context of the situation. A well-prepared evaluation not only discloses where you fail, it can reassure that you are on a good track. I remember what motivation we experienced when 75% of the students asked for more courses in blended learning mode at the end of a course. In another evaluation, we were able to skip the costly production of videos with interviews because the evaluation showed that the learners were not watching them. Let's quickly look at examples. In this first example, we evaluated a course on teleteaching for lecturers at the Center of Online and Lifelong Learning of the NUST, as it is called today. The course lasted 2 weeks. The results of the course gave us important indications how to fine-tune the course. Example 2 consists of an evaluation of a bridging program at the Faculty of Engineering at the NUST. The survey was carried out at the end of semester 1 and 2 in 2017. The questionnaire consisted of 81 questions concerning IT user profile, learning activities, and assessment of activities. 312 students answered. Here are some results of the survey. First question: was the e-learning environment confusing? Obviously, few had troubles with the learning environment. Second, how do you value the benefit of the tutor lesson? Tutor lessons are very helpful in the eyes of the students. How helpful are Khan Academy tests? Khan Academy tests were appreciated. 4. Can video tutorials fill gaps in your prior knowledge? Yes, students could fill gaps. Would you recommend the blended learning approach to a friend? Well, nearly everybody recommended blended learning. How helpful is online learning? The response indicates clearly that online learning alone would not satisfy the students. These responses are a strong endorsement of our approach to combine tutor lessons with self-directed learning on the Internet. Thank you for your attention.